Give me an audible.
All right, here we go.
We're running it?
Yep.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Welcome to Festool Live. We're getting ready for the eclipse on Monday here in Indiana. And yes, that's right. We're back. No more best ofs. Minnie, thank you for my eclipse glasses.
You're welcome.
Do you know we are directly in the path for it's the solar eclipse, right?
Yes.
So all the hotels are booked up here in Indianapolis, and it's going to be crazy. Okay, so do you know what episode it is, Min?
170.
She's going to go look at the board.
172.
We've been off for 2 weeks.
We've been off for 2 weeks. I want to thank you for everybody. How many people we got watching right now?
We're at 49.
49. Thank you for coming back. I actually made it back. I was in Maine on vacation. And Minnie, you missed me, didn't you?
I missed you.
And I missed everybody here.
Yeah.
Yes, I am refreshed. And Christina's actually told me to calm down. Okay, so let's introduce the room. Whoa, we get some big announcements today. Over here we have Christine on the board. Whoop, 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 whoop. We now have Chris, the unit, Cybert. And he's got some new jewelry on, doesn't he? Yeah, baby. I thought he was getting married next week, but he went and got married now so he could party in the Dominican Republic with those fancy drinks with the little umbrellas. Over here we have Minnie. Tell us where you're from, everybody.
Kissimmee, Florida.
Yes, that's right. Woohoo! And on the line, answering all your questions, we have Brent Shively. And check out his build series on our YouTube channel, which you're watching right now. Okay. I really did miss this hour. I really did. Okay, everybody. Thank you for coming back. But that's okay. This is episode actually number 12 of Lost in the Catalog.
Yay!
This is Minnie's favorite series. All right. Okay. So, let's see. I have several things I want to show you. And I don't think anything's going to be repeated because we get some cool stuff. Let's start over here. We are running a value campaign right now. And I don't think a lot of people know about it. It's a limited edition. And it's a really cool deal. On the ETS 150/3, there's a really good value because you can get it with Granat net and the Sustainer for 6-inch. But we also have it in 5-inch with the ETS 125 EC, right? EC. And that comes with 5-inch Sustainer in the Granat net paper. Okay, so it's really weird. I'm calling it paper, but it's actually a net product. I'm going to show you it. We have it in different flavors or different dimensions. But let's look at the 6-inch. That's a protection pad. The reason I wanted to go over this today is there's a couple of things you have to do. What comes in the Sustainer is this. Okay, and I'm going to go over that because this is where people get confused. This is Granat net. Okay, it's a net product. You can see actually see my hand through it. Okay, you don't have to line up the holes. What I always do is just line up the arc. I'll show you in a few minutes. Okay, but you maximize dust extraction that way. Now, there's other net products out there, other brands, but one of the key takeaways about our net product, Granat net, is it's the Granat aluminum oxide on here, but it doesn't rip from the side. It's really strong, where I've used other net products and it gets frayed here too much. So when you're standing up against adjacent surfaces, it kind of degrades the adjacent surface, not with Granat net. And you get great flow through. Now, where do you use Granat net? It started out with Granat net, or almost all net products, was from really high particulate or high removal materials, like I'll show you drywall, but also in automotive when you're sanding out bodies that have a lot of Bondo or filler. But it has morphed over the years, and People like it for different applications, and I'm going to go over one that I like it for today. But I want to cover this first. Because it's a net product, let me grab this really quick. And if I put it on a sander, okay, I got a sander here, and I'm going to take this completely off. Here's the ETSEC/3. One of the things that happens with a net product is because you have these little hooks here, and this is our proprietary hook. It's called Stick Fix. When you put it on, okay, see how I don't have to find the holes, I just match up the ack here and put it right on, okay? What happens over time with a lot of pressure, you could degrade the hook. So what this is, and I'm gonna open that up, and where people get confused is this is what we call a protection pad. And you put that between the net product and the pad. And this comes in, you get two of them, it comes in a 2-pack. Okay. I'm looking over. Okay, I did that for Christine. Okay. Manny, did you catch that?
Gotcha.
2-pack. Okay, Minnie knows the deal already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look how thin it is. Okay? This protects the pad. And these are very inexpensive. Instead of replacing a pad, and these hooks, if they do degrade, and you're sanding a product that degrade the hooks through the net product and rip it up. Hopefully that makes sense. And the reason I wanted to go through that is we have a different type of pad. It's called an interface pad, and there's a couple varieties. See the thickness of this? But it's spongy. This floats the sander over contours, and there's two different styles. There's the 2-pack, okay, that are thinner interface pads, not a protection pad. And then you have the thicker one solid piece. So don't get confused when you go to source these. Make sure if you're using Granat net that you use a protection pad. Whew, I can't say that enough. And we have them in all the styles, for the 5-inch or the Delta or for the RTS sanders. These are all protection pads. And of course, we have Granat net and all those different flavors or styles. Okay? Good. Now, not to be confusing, but one of the best applications for Granat net is with the Planex, whether it's the Easy, the 2.0, or the M style. And here's where I want to coach you. Okay? I have an interface pad on here. Okay? There's two styles of interface pads. If you're doing really soft material, get the interface pad, okay, for soft material. I went through this on the Planex M, so you can go see that video, and I describe this, and then we have the regular interface, and this is the one I like, and this is the one I have on here. Now, here's where I'm going to contradict myself. This, you see how I told you to follow the arc on this? But look, you also have the center hole. So what I do is I like to find 1 or 2 holes and then lay it out. Boy, I did that better than last time, didn't I? All right, I practice when I get back. Okay, so let's hook this up. Let's hook it up to the Planex M. And I never waste any time or the opportunity to sand drywall. I love sanding drywall. Is that weird? Am I weird? Minnie, I'm weird, aren't I? Okay, thanks. Okay, so remember, let me just see if I have everything on. I got my CT 36 AC. I got it plugged in. I'm ready to rock and roll. Remember, this Planex M is what? Is a random orbit sander. So with random orbit, not rotary. Rotary, you start on the wall, random orbit off the wall. Oopsie. And I need a light on here. Woo! Look at that. And I'm going to turn it on. And we have all the different grits. And with Granat net, you can really, really maximize dust extraction. Because, and look how clean this is. You have full pull through on this so you maximize the dust extraction. And that doesn't load, or I shouldn't say it like that, but yeah, over time it will. But Granat net really lasts with the Planex. Okay, if I'm to choose a paper with a Planex, I would choose Granat net. Okay, here's another application for Granat net I want to cover with you. Okay, because I was using this recently. There's my protection pad. I'm just gonna separate it now. And in that kit, that limited edition, there's 240 grit. And one of the things I like to do once I get powder up on lacquer is I like to sand in between coats. And if I sand with a sander like this, not my hand, I get a very flat surface. And with Granat net, I get perfect powder up with this. So I'm gonna put it on like this. The ETS 150/3 comes with a super soft pad. So one of the things I like to do so I don't burn through a coat of lacquer is I like to take it down to about 4. Or we start on the material and sand. And you can see, look, that blemish came right up, okay? And I get dead flat, and then when I take that, look at this, I'm not breathing that dust, and I'm just gonna reach over here and grab my microfiber rag and take that, and I get a perfect finish to do what? To now shoot my second coat of lacquer. And boy, is that, I wish we had field of vision on Festool Live because that is really smooth. I just denibbed the whole thing. Okay, hopefully that covers Granat net for everybody and maybe a better understanding. I'm just gonna do a little review on that. Make sure you use a protection pad, okay? That way there you prolong the life of those stick fix hooks. Good. Whew. Okay, next. I know this is simple, but we sell a variety or manufacture a variety of hand sanding blocks. But this is the original. And this one's near and dear to my heart. This is called the Pocket Stick Fix. We have the different grits of Granat. This is on our web page, Festool USA. And we have the link in there. Okay, what?
Oh, Ed was just saying you should erase that and then ask me the number.
This is true. So where I use the Pocket Stick Fix, it's always there in my pouch. But when I do edge banding, okay, and I've scraped it with the Festool scraper, right, after Conturo, I do this. I take it and go just like this really quick and actually break that edge like that. If I'm doing finish and after my final sanding, I always use my Pocket Stick Fix and break the edges like this before I shoot. And this is just so handy and dandy. The other thing with it is it comes over and laps over. And this is thin, and where this works great is in louvered doors. Okay, just to knock it down, it fits right in that louver, and I can get up underneath as well. This gets you in really tight spaces, and that's the Pocket Stick Fix with Granat paper. I also use it on doors before finishing to break edges real quick. That way there, a sharp edge is not good to have when you're finishing. You'll always break edges. Whew. Okay, let's have some more fun over here. I think this is the one I was anxious to show you today because I've talked about it before and I've never done it live. I've done a demonstration on it. This is called a foam breaker, okay? I call it the Festool sponge, okay? Minnie, you missed me, didn't you?
I did.
I know you did. Okay, so this is one of those things you look in the catalog over the years and people go, what the heck is that? Do you know your dust extractors, Festool dust extractors, are wet vacs as well? Okay? And the thing is with them is, well, let's open it up and look, all right? Christine, you'll get a picture of this, right? Or a video, okay? So you have a bag and you have a HEPA filter. Now, first thing you do to make it a wet vac is do what? You take out the bag. Oh, duh. Let's get rid of that. Boy, I'm glad I closed that blast gate. Hey, Mo. Okay, so let's look inside. And I want you to see these two little tabs right here. See, they look like teardrops, but inside, you can actually see there's two steel pins. Those pins are attached to these two nodes. All right, so these two nodes also are right here. Can we get a view of this? You see right there? Okay, so what this does, it's an electronic shutoff. When water reaches this level in the tub here, okay, it will, in the water, make connectivity, hit this, hit these two, and shut off electronically. It's not a mechanical bubble float, which sometimes gets caught up. So, what happens if you've ever noticed in a shop vac, and this is not a shop vac, it's a dust extractor, what happens is you are removing a lot of water, say you had a flooded basement or something like that, or you're on a job site and something was spilled. A lot of foam builds up in here before it shuts off. Well, that foam will degrade that HEPA filter and also go into, and let's take this out so you can see it, right through here, the airflow goes through here into the turbine, and that will rust. So what the foam breaker does, aha, now you get it. That was for you, Garrett. Aha, taste the soup. You know that movie? Taste the soup, aha. It breaks the foam from going into the turbine. This is a lot less expensive than replacing one of these because you ruin the HEPA filter if water hits it. Okay, so you take this, you put it right back in like this, and that breaks the foam, hence foam breaker. Whew. Boy, that was fun. Let's use it. Okay, so let's put it back. Remember, always take out the bag. We're gonna put this in here. Okay, let's take the hose, put it in there like this. Okay, I got Bluetooth. I got water here. See this, Chris? I got water here. Man, he's already on vacation. And I'm going to tell you, this thing really grabs that water quick. Look at that. Okay, now, of course, I practice with this. All right, but I learned something this morning. Okay, when I did this, I'm going to take this out. Okay, whoopsie, got a little drip. Whoopsie, little drip there. Hang on, Chris. I don't want you to have to clean up all that mess later. Not only is he the camera dude, but he's the right-hand man. I'm going to take this off and let's look inside. Okay, so that was clean water in there. Look how dirty that is. Guess what I did, Chris? I cleaned the hose. Okay, I'm not saying you're gonna clean a hose, but I'm gonna tell you what, this makes an exceptional wet vac if you do the right process with it. If you remove the bag and replace that HEPA filter with the foam breaker. Okay, so you're getting a new CT dust extractor from Festool, and you think just maybe you might use it for a wet vac in an emergency, get the foam breaker. For the CT middies, 25s, 15s, here's the filter. It goes in the side here. This is the 25. I pulled it out. That's your HEPA filter. Here's your replacement foam filter. Get one of these. It's a wet vac. Okay? Whew. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, now, in the catalog, year after year after year, I hear, what's a 50 millimeter hose? Okay, there's two lengths of them. There's a 2.5 meter. What did, Christine, what was the 2.5? Roughly 7 foot? Roughly. And there's a 4 meter, and that's roughly 12 foot. Okay, so These are 50 millimeter hoses. This is one I cut down. This is my one from home, okay? But here's the longer one. And we have this kit. This is in the description, but this comes with a hose. Now, where a lot of people have seen the hose is if you have a boom arm, it's that piece we include with the boom arm that's your connection point to your other hose that goes on the boom itself, okay? So it's the extension. But here's the 50 millimeter hose, and this kit is for the 50 millimeter. This makes a fantastic cleanup hose. All right, you hook it to your dust extractor, okay, and you have that industrial kit, we call it. All goes together like this, and it comes with a crevice tool, a little hood, a brush, whoop, 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 and a sweep. Sweep, sweep. Okay, so that's your sweep. I'm gonna miss you, Chris. He's gonna be gone for 2 weeks. But we have Garrett coming to hold the camera. So we're not gonna replace you, I promise. Okay, so there's a variety of, this is great for cleanup, but I use it a different way at home. And I have 2 of these. This is my shorty hose. And I learned this from Garrett, okay, because he taught me this. I'm gonna take this hose like this. I have a thickness planer at home. We don't make one at Festool, but I have a Cyclone. And if you wanna increase the flow to your Cyclone, what I did at home, and I've cut these, you could cut these and make them smaller, all right? Check this out. I hook it to my Cyclone, I hook it to my dust extractor, and I remove this, and I could take that 50 millimeter hose and hook it up to my thickness planer. I can hook it up to my jointer, and I don't get any clogging, and it works fantastic. Okay, so I just want to point out, because people do ask, okay, why a 50 millimeter hose? Hey, Minnie, why a 5-inch? This is a question. Why a 5-inch instead of 6-inch? What?
It came from this area.
Oh, depends on your preference. And when I say that, if you got a 5-inch ETS, you want to stick with the 5-inch Granat net. 6-inch, I always recommend a 6-inch sander because it is 42% more pad. I don't like to sand, and I can sand quicker with a 6-inch, but there's certain applications with a 5-inch. Like people will always say, in a vertical situation, this is in the old days, in a vertical situation, an ETS 125 is smaller for vertical surfaces, but now we have the 6-inch, which is really ergonomic, EC, so that's why I prefer a 6-inch for everything. But people are just sold in 5-inch versus 6-inch. Paper, maybe. So hopefully that answered your question.
Thank you.
Minnie, you are so welcome. Okay, so I think I covered 50 millimeter hose, right? Mm-hmm. There's a variety of applications. Like, let's do this. I got to do cleanup. I could take this industrial kit, put it together like this. Let's do this. Okay, and boy, the flow on this is amazing. I just got to find where my Bluetooth is on it or switch it to manual. Okay, and boy, you can really clean up like unbelievable with it. Okay, so there's your 50 millimeter. All right, capiche? Capiche. It's a great cleanup kit. Any questions? Good. All right. Stay there, right there. Perfect. I got everything set up. Good. All right. Bam, 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 bam. Got it all covered today. Whew, good. Let me turn off my light. And I gotta, what? No. Minnie thinks I forgot what I'm supposed to do.
I'm pretty sure. Uh-huh. I was pretty sure you ran it out the door.
No, yeah, you thought I was leaving. I gotta call all these people out. All right. So I want to say this. First part of my vacation, I was in Providence, Rhode Island, and I was working at that first week. And so many of you came up to us at the booth and said thank you. And it really meant a lot to me because it means we're doing things right here at Festool on Fridays at noon. So thank you. Let's see. We have Wow, look at all these people. I forgot. Mike M. That's Mr. Martinez, right? From Austin, Texas, we got Joe from Waseca, Illinois. I forgot, you got to say the S. Andrew from Toledo, Ohio. Michelle from Paris, France. Zionsville, Doug. He's in Oahu, Hawaii, man?
Yep.
Wow, Doug, man.
That grandbaby.
Man, you're missing all the good rain here in Indiana. We have Soren from Denmark. We have Mano from Hugh, Belgium. We have Jacob from Rhode Island. I know who you are, Mr. Green. I had dinner with you. How you doing, Jacob? All right, we have Mark S. from Woodcraft, Springfield. We have Arno from Warwick. I think that's in Wales, right? John from Wilsonville, Oregon. Rick from Sunny Blackpool. Jeremiah from Cincinnati. How you doing, Jeremiah? Woo! Awesome. We have Edric from Citrus Hills, California. We have Dayton, or is it Dayton? No, we have the Dayton Woodcraft crew. How you guys doing? Heard you having a watch party. We have Chris from Malta. Hi, Chris, he's been there since day one, huh, man?
Yes, he has.
Chris, you're awesome. We have Des from Harrogate, England. He's been there forever. We have Petri from Jolarvi, Finland. We have Warren from Batavia. We have Keith from Bozeman, Montana. We have Bermuda Steve. We have Michael from Edmonton, Alberta. We have Mac from Los Angeles, California. It's him. It's Matt from Tinley Park, Illinois. He even puts the S's in there. How you doing, Matt? We have Fanar from Hamilton, Ontario. Look who it is. It's him. It's Dirk from Dayton. Okay, we have Jordan from Woodcraft, Appleton Watch Party. How you doing, Mr. Lance? Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, how you doing, Appleton? Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, we have Oliver from Southern California. We have Johnny O from Atco. Ray from Pensacola, Florida. Boy, I took 2 weeks off, man. I'm out of breath already. All right, we have Jerry G from Sugar Grove, Illinois. We have Mike C from Hagerstown, Maryland. Mark from Anaheim. Jason from Suffolk, UK. We have Dale from Swaterlincote, England. Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. Whoa! Big Island added. Joey, I know him, from South Texas. How you doing, Joey? We have Steve from Bellevue, Nebraska. Spark Trish, and that's Willie, Virginia. We have Stuart from Liston, Indiana. I know where that is, Minnie.
Yep.
It's right over there.
Yeah.
Liston's right over there. Okay. We have Joshua from Las Vegas. Aranzo from Mississauga, Ontario. Johnny from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Jason from Fenton, Michigan. Tom and Kelly from Eatonton, Georgia. How are you guys? All right. Rob from South Devon, England. Joe and Henry from Henry, how are you? From Akron, Ohio. All right. Jurgen from Delft, the Netherlands. Martin from El Cajon, California. Jeff Covey, how are you, Jeff? We have Jeff, another Jeff. We have Jeff Square. We have Jeff from Clarksburg, Maryland. We have Flint from Smithfield, North Carolina. Mark from Krimpen, Anderlecht, Netherlands. We have Pocono. That's a great name, Minnie. We have Pocono Joe from Lakeville, Pennsylvania. We have Daniel from Barrettwell, Switzerland. Michael from Puyallup, Washington. It's amazing, huh? I know how to pronounce that, don't I? I get schooled when I was out there. We have Rockla, Captain Kirk, Georgia. We have Matt from Newark. We have Po from Finland. We have Paul, Sherry, and Sam from Anthem, Arizona. We have Gio from Atlanta. Ant, my main man, Ant from Fontana. Chris from Vergennes, Vermont. Giacomo from Italy. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Ed from St. Paul, Minnesota. Aguino from Hoxton, London. Wicked cool. Milosh from Serbia, Belgrade. Brian from Pumpenville, Australia. That's amazing. I think it's 1 o'clock there, 1:30 maybe. Okay. We have Blake Weber from Novato, California. Dave, and it's her. It's who? It's Gwen from West Virginia. Hi, Gwen. All right. We have David from Israel. We have Leo from Holland. Frank from Downers Grove, Illinois. She's going to kill me next time I see her. We have the Warped Woodsman from Portland, Oregon. We have Sherry from Minnesota. Ben, I'm spinning the board, babe. All right. Minnie's.
I gotta erase that. It's been answered now.
Thank you. We have Chris and Ollie from Katona, New York. We have Brad from LaGrange, Indiana. We have Monty from Canton, Connecticut. We have Don P. from Bears with the Boys, Alabama. How you doing, Mr. Patterson? We have Don from Hoosick Falls, New York. We have Merlin the Magician from Walla Walla. You know what that is?
Washington.
Walla Walla, Washington. All right. Steve from Preston, UK. Dylan and Rebecca from Cadston, Alberta. Randy from Illinois. They're going to kill me. Gerald from Derrida, LA, Louisiana. See, I've been gone too long. Norman from Fallbrook, California. Dave from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Gary from Beers with the Boys. David from Ryderstown, Maryland. Cal from Bucharest. Is that the first time we had Bucharest?
No.
Nope, we've had Bucharest before. Russ from Chichester. How you doing, Russ, brother? Leo from Hawaii. Kenneth from Oak Park, Illinois. Ed from Two Harbors, Minnesota. Eric from Huntsville, Alabama. Carrie from Douglas. James from LA. LA or Louisiana? Lower Alabama?
He said AL or whatever it is.
LA. LA. Oh, Lewiston, Auburn, Maine. Scott from Greeley, Colorado. Dave from Portland, Oregon. Jim from Imlay City, Michigan. Dave from Arvada, Colorado. Engineer Mike, New Hyde Park, New York. Big Mike. We have Engineer Mike. We have Big Mike from Raleigh, North Carolina. Brandon from Olathe, Kansas. Andrew from Babylon, Long Island, New York. Steve from Russellville, Arkansas, not to be mistaken from Russellville, which is just north of here, okay? Chris from Minneapolis. Brian, wow, from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Woo, wicked cool. That it?
No.
Got a couple more on this side. Minnie, you just keep going, girl. We have Dan, my main man Dan from Kingman, Arizona. We have Arsenio Hall from Venezuela. It's Arsenio from Venezuela. He's a Festool distributor.
Yeah.
Hey, Arsenio, great to have you. I think that's the first time we had Venezuela here.
I believe it is.
Woo, another new country.
And he'll have to forgive me if I translated badly.
It's okay.
It's all in Spanish, and I picked out what I thought worked.
Hey, Arsenio. Hopefully we did it right. Okay, is that it?
See? Senior.
Okay, everybody. I think that's it. I just got to tell you, it was nice meeting so many of you out on the road. Like I always said, and Minnie said it after the first couple of episodes, what a great community we have here at Festool Live. I want to thank everybody who's ever participated in this to help us out with it here at Festool, but also you out there watching live, and all of you out there, if you've made it to the end of here, thank you for watching. We love you. I hope you have a great weekend. Have a great solar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse.
Solar, not a luna. A luna means moon.
No, solar.
Solar.
It's happening during daylight.
It's happening during daylight with the sun and the moon.
Yes. Solar.
Okay, kind of solar. Okay. Okay, everybody. Have a great eclipse. Chris, enjoy the Dominican Republic. You deserve it, unit. Congratulations to you and Emily.
Thank you.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
And many more rings. Okay, everybody. That's a wrap. Have a great weekend.